To make another cooking video. Cold and flu season, and since I can't go to school and I can't do anything with for my students right now, I thought I'd make a video on how to make homemade chicken noodle soup, and that'll make your belly very happy. I don't know how long this damn beer virus is going to last, but if you get sick, chicken noodle soup. That's what Grandma always said. So, start out with some ingredients: celery, carrots, and butter. And I get those going and cooking in a pot until they start getting a little soft. And then I add beef broth. Now, it all depends on how much you want to make, but I'm going to make one pot, so I'll probably add 2, maybe 3 containers of beef broth. Just depends on how much water I need. The noodles, when they'll soak it up. Now I use these noodles. These are called Spatzel, I think is how you pronounce that. It's a German egg pasta, and the noodles are kind of like the noodles that you would get in like Campbell's chicken noodle soup. They're real soft or thin. I don't like the big fat egg noodles. You use whatever noodles you like. All right. So I need to chop up my vegetables. Chicken's cooking, and as soon as all that gets done, we'll get back to it. All right, this is a mandolin. I like to slice my carrots. You can slice them by hand. You can buy already shredded carrots, but I like little circles, and this just makes pretty fast work of that. Alright, I'm going to cut my chicken up, and while I'm doing that, I just thought I'd talk to you. Someone asked me why I cook, why I cook, and then I like, a lot of times I'll give my stuff away free to people that I cook for, and then don't ever ask for money. Well, cooking for me is a therapy. I've suffered from depression for quite a while now. It's hard for me to admit that because I'm always such a happy guy, but I've had depression, and cooking's what stops me from having depression. Well, it doesn't stop me, I guess, but it's one of my therapies. I'm happiest when I'm cooking, and so if you're one of the lucky people that get to eat my cooking, then you're one of the lucky people. So I'm gonna get to. So that's why I cook, and that's why I cook a lot. I cook not almost every day. I cook every day. I don't go out and eat most time unless I'm with somebody, but I don't go out and eat by myself, anyways. And cooking, I don't know. It reminds me of my mother because I cooked with her before she passed away, and well, I just like to eat. Well, actually I like to cook more than I like to eat. So let me get this chicken finished chopped up, and we'll start putting this soup together. Two cups of cooked chicken, maybe 3 cups of cooked chicken, and 2 cups of each of our vegetables, carrots and celery, and 1 package of egg noodles, or whatever kind of noodles you like to use. I like to use the German brand of Spatzel noodles. They're more of an egg pasta than they are an egg noodle, and they just they have a real soft, creamy texture, and they're really good. You can get those at Aldi's, or there's a store down here called Lidl's, L-I-D-L, which is pretty much like Aldi's, and that's where I've been getting these at. Kroger's has them, you know, whatever grocery store. You just have to check around, find out who has them. Next step, You want to get a stick of butter, 1 stick of butter, and I'm going to soften up these vegetables and cook them a little bit. Here's where you can throw in your salt, pepper, garlic. I'd like to throw a little onion powder in too, and oregano, just whatever spices you like. I like it not hot spices, but like spices like oregano, basil. You know, I like oregano in mine, and that's about it. So let me get my stove on and let's get some vegetables softened up. All right, we got our butter in here melting, and now we're going to dump in our carrots. Give them a quick stir, and our celery. Give them a stir. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that pretty stuff. So we're going to let that sit and finish cooking up a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Well, here's where you can add your spices. I'm going to add some Italian spice or some oregano or whatever you like better. If you like oregano or basil, I like oregano. And I've got some salt, garlic and onion powder, and salt and pepper to taste. And then give that a stir. Oh man, if we had smell-o-vision, you guys would be in heaven, because this smells really good. So let that cook down a little bit, and then we'll go to the next step. All right, the vegetables have been cooking for about 15 minutes or so. They're getting kind of soft. Now I add my beef or chicken broth. I always cook more in the back of it. It pours out a lot easier. But don't do it unless you're going to use the whole container, which I am. So I'm just going to put 2 in for now. I may have to put the 3rd one in. Plus I have the stock that I reserved that I'm going to put in. So now we're just going to let that cook for a minute. Okay, we've let that cook for a little bit. Now we're going to add our chicken. The trials and tribulation of cooking in a camper. There's never enough room. Give that a stir and just let that cook for about another 10 or 15 minutes. We want to bring this up to a boil, because when we add our noodles, we need to have it up to a boil. I think I'm going to go ahead and add my other broth now, because those noodles soak up a lot of liquid, and I like a lot of broth in my soups. Noodles are tender, the vegetables are tender, the chicken's really good. I'm trying to give this a taste and see if it makes my belly happy. Alright, this should be pretty good. So that's a happy belly, and I don't think that beer virus is going to be able to get through this. So make you some chicken noodle soup. It used to be an old home remedy, I guess, because whenever anybody got sick, you ate chicken noodle soup. It's a comfort food. I know we're all kind of stuck in this together and stuck away from people we want to be around. I'm missing my students about now, even though they're a bunch of butt heads. I still miss them and love them. So keep on cooking. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. I'm almost to 100 subscribers. I'd like to get over 100. And keep cooking. Make your bellies happy. If you haven't liked my channel yet or subscribed to my channel, please do so. It just helps me out, trying to see how many people are listening. And as long as people are listening, I'll keep making these videos. Give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, ask questions. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. As soon as I see the comment, I usually answer them right away.